Well, it's now saying I'm live. I'm not sure whether that's right or not because it's been taken forever. But Saggies, what's going on? November's been a weird old month. I've been up and down. Just so much chaos, so much disappointment, so much. I just don't know. And everything seems to be sound-wise and is annoying me. It's like I can hear the smallest things. And all I'm craving and all I have been craving through November is silence. It's just silence and peace. Today we've got a quiet day in the living room, the front of the house, the back of the house, whichever way you want to look at it. But in my Reiki room and the other side of the house, my living room and office bit, there's too much noise going on. But listen. And breathe. Silence. I find it much easier and better for all if I can do readings without interruption, especially when the person isn't present, because it's kind of I get that connection through whatever the email's been, the photograph they've sent, whatever, and a disruption on the outside. I don't want to break that connection. So finding a quiet spot can sometimes be difficult, depending what's going on in the street, depending what's going on in neighbouring houses. But I'm just like, is this just me? Is it just here? Or is it Saggies everywhere? I don't know. But I'm going to ask. So I've got the normal cards, I've got the angel guidance cards, and I've got the empowering questions cards. And I do also have my little family of pendulums here. If I get time to do that. But I'm just kind of, I want to know what's going on. What's going on? Like, I meditate often. I try to find that stillness. And my meditation isn't lasting as long as what I'd like. I'm just kind of getting into the zone and I'll be disturbed. And other than putting my healing music on at a higher volume, there's not much I can do. And I don't really want it at a higher volume because that's not conducive to what I'm trying to do. But let's ask the angels for guidance. What's been going on with Sagittarius? What's going on now and coming into December? And how are we going to overcome it all? So first off, what's been going on in November for Sagittarius? What has been going on in November for Sagittarius? I feel the card was in that top. Notice the signs. Yes, the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers, coins, and other signs upon your path to remind you that a loved one, you're loved and never alone. Now, yes, I still have been seeing signs like, for me, it's numbers. So I'll look at my computer and it would be 1111, or 1313, or 2222. It'll be something like that. So yeah, I see the signs. I get them to YouTube, funny enough, to what I'm drawn to watch, and there'll be a message in there somewhere. So That doesn't really answer though. I can hear the here. It's telling us that whatever, we've had signs along the way that the angels are with us, that our guides are with us. So whatever you've been going through personally in November, they have still been with you. They've still been with me. And noticing the signs, yes, I still have noticed the signs through all this November chaos and turmoil and disappointment, and I've still known they've been there. You've got my back. It's kind of saying whatever turmoil you have been going through, whatever the reason, I'm going to ask for another card, they are still with you. Yeah, and I'm getting breathe. Breathe. Can we have another card, please, to understand? I'm getting learning in my head. But what are we learning? Cupid. We send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening. Allow yourself to be spontaneously celebrate love in all of its glorious aspects. Well, do you know, I've had to try and keep loving my heart and loving my mind, going through a lot of things myself this month, and impacted greatly by lack of sleep, which has had me frustrated and angry to the point of tears. But literally, it's kind of sort of pull myself together, step back, take a breath, just take a breath. Do you know, it's amazing how that feels if you just take that moment to take that breath. And I think that's just a reminder to still feel that love and be that love through whatever chaos you're going through. What of December? What of December? Have we something better for Sagittarius coming up in December, please? I'm hearing a yes and I'm getting tingles through my body, so I don't know what that's all about. Yes. Play. So in December we've got playtime. Beloved one, it's time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry, we will oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness, gaiety and laughter will lift your energy so that you'll return to work with a renewed perspective and heightened energy. So after all this, I mean, this chaos for you could be work related. It could be you've just been overworked all this month. You've got Christmas coming up. You've got worries, finances, trying to get that thing in. Could be. But December, I'm hearing mid-December. So get over the first week and a bit. It's time to play. It's time to play. You'll pick yourself out of this by remembering to be love. You'll have everything sorted. Ready for playtime in December and Santa Claus coming. And how should we be? What advice for ourselves getting through this patch into December and moving forward? I just wanted to give you two. Innocence. Got a baby locked in arms. Innocent, everyone is guiltless in truth, as no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten your load. Give us any guilt, anger, or blame that may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. So it's handling everything with love, asking for help. Let your angels and your guides help you. And we had another one jump out. So this is moving forward. Let your past go. The burden of carrying, hang on, so hard. No, the burden of carting your past around has made you weary, dear one. It's time to set this burden down. Keep only the lessons and their love, and leave everything else behind. You don't want it or need it, and it's now gone. So going into the new year, it's telling you to let go of your past. Everything of the past, even like yesterday. Start the new year as you mean to go on. Ask your guides for help. And remember to be love. That's what these angels are telling you to do. You'll get through all this turmoil with love. So breathe. Breathe. Be love. And know it will pass. Know your angels and guides are with you. And everything, everything I'm getting is a learning. Life is a lesson. The earth is a classroom. And the lessons began with the passing of the first man. Conscious mind. Who wanted to help us below. Everyone went after that. He kind of taught them. They taught you. They teach us. They're here for us. Thank you, angels. Let's have an empowering question for you. What do we need to ask ourselves today, Saji? Oh, wrong way around. What do we need to ask ourselves today, Sagittarius? I thought I flipped. What do we need? What does Sagittarius need to ask today? We've got two clearly jumped out the back. And they're similar. Oh my gosh, they're similar in what they're saying. What kind of advice on life would I give to my younger self? What kind of advice on life would I give to my younger self? For me, my younger self was a tortured soul. I was a neglected and abused child. So I think I'd go back and tell my younger self, stay strong, which I did anyway. You have a purpose and it's all going to be worth it. And this one, what kinds of advice on life would I give to myself if I was my own mother who wishes happiness for their child? So this is like, what would you tell yourself? And this is, what would you tell yourself if you were your own mother? If this is related to me, you know, as a Saji, I'm looking at this. My childhood could be a perfect childhood. But we can always give ourselves some kind of advice when we go back. I'm proud of where I am in life today. I'm proud of my achievements. I'm proud that I've been strong enough to still be here, because there's been times when I thought everything was lost. But deep down, I always knew there was something. And the things I was scared of as a child, respect and spirituality and entities and energies that I ran from, taught to go away. I embrace and welcome now, because now I understand. So what advice would you give your younger self? And what advice on life would you give to yourself if you were your own mother who wanted the best of everything for your child. Out of all those cards, those two cards jumped out and mean exactly the same thing from a different perspective. But Italy, what advice would you give yourself? I love those questions. That was a bit very much them both coming out like that. See, so now we've got cartomancy. And because this is something relatively new that I'm doing fully, I've done the cards and have my own visions on what they all meant. But then I looked up and there is specific things, just like there is with tarot cards. And there's the equivalent to tarot cards of your major arcana and your minor arcana. So like, for example, the Joker is the Fool. But so I'm trying to learn them that way, but it's always going to be predominantly intuition and guidance when I'm reading cards, no matter what that card says. And it will depend on the situation as a whole. But for today is on a 3-month cycle from today going forward. What do Saggies need to know? What is in store for Sagittarius in the next 3 months? Okay. One more shuffle, sorry. I hear one more. 1.5. Okay. So in cartomancy, hearts represent your feelings, relationships, romance, home, anything that brings that love's involved, feelings and emotions, things like that. So we've got a pairing up. We've got a pairing up for some Saggies. Hearts is relationships, feelings. The 2 is relationship and balance. So, you could be meeting Miss or Mr. Right. The Queen of Hearts. The Queens represent a woman, clearly. The Jacks represent a man, and the King represents a man, but the King, obviously, you get a hierarchy there. So authority, older, father, something like that. Queen of Hearts, a kind and nurturing woman. This could be your mum. This could be your bestest friend. It could be a stranger who shows you love and caring. And I look at all the face cards as being a 10. So I look at that as being completion in a transition in some way. Because it's the Queen. It's a heart. And it's all around love and the home. So that to me is a mother, grandmother, or close female who is nurturing and kind. So she's either in your life right now or she's coming into your life. I've got a little voice in my head saying, oh, she's around you now in your life. And that would be in spirit. And we've got the 10 of Hearts. So that's another completion, another transition. And that's at the end of this 3-month cycle going forward. So your hearts, it's like you're complete, or you've completed a cycle. You transition into something new in the home, in relationships, in the heart, whatever it means to you. For those in romance and meeting someone new, that makes sense. Definitely. So if you want to do cartomancy as a yes and a no, reds would be a yes and the blacks would be a no. So, and the reason your camera's like this, I just forgot to say at the beginning, is because I'm in my bedroom and this seat is literally pushed up against my bed. I've got no room to be able to get the whole view of everything in. But you didn't want to see my ugly mug anyway. You just want to see what's happening for Saggies. It has. It's been such a weird one. Anyway, give them a good shuffle on. And we'll ask a few yes or no's. So the yeses are red, any number with red. The no's is a black, again, any number. Am I, as a Sagittarian, going to meet my soulmate in the next 3 months? No. Okay, I'll shuffle them again. Am I going to meet my soulmate within the next 6 months? By summertime, summer season? No. Oh, hang on. See, this is when you have to be specific. And they're in the back of my head. So let's just add this one in. Have I already met him? No. So I'm only taking 3. I'm not going to be in a romance in the next 6 months. So Saggies out there who were born between the 1st and 15th of December, are you going to meet someone new before summer? Before summertime, after the spring? Are the Sagittarians out there going to meet someone after the spring, come summer? Those Sagittarians who were born between the 1st and the 15th of December. You got the Fool. Or the Joker. The Joker is the Fool. And the Fool is on a journey. So that is neither yes nor no. This, and it's telling me it's up to you. You have to also put yourself in places. If you're in the house most of the time, where are you going to meet that person? The person will be guided for whatever to be in different places. You're not going to be able to bump into that person if you're stuck in your own home. For the Sagittarians born between the 15th and the end of December, will they meet someone within the next 6 months, after the spring, before the summer? I'm not going to take that because it's 2, please. Thank you. Sagittarians born between the 15th and the end of December, they're going to meet a new love interest, someone new, after the spring, before the summer. I feel like I have to get that. Yes. And the Jack of Hearts, by the way, is romance and close comforter or close confidant. So those born between the 15th and the end of the month are going to meet someone, a romantic one. Those before the 15th, you're going to have to wait a little longer. But those after the 15th is that you've got to get out there, or that opportunity is going to go. And my birthday lands on the 17th, so mine will tell me no, and I'll tell you why that is. Because I won't be out a lot. It's December, it's cold, and I've got a lot to do in the home. So the opportunities for me to be out or anywhere to meet people is slim. So there you go. Another one. What question would you ask? Someone's looking for a job. I don't know who that is because I'm not even live. I'm like live with a hidden link. Yeah. Future actions needed. We knew that. Future actions needed if you want a job. An ace is new beginnings, is beginnings of something. The clubs is like action, future action, creative thinking, travel even. Force foundations and stability. And it's hearts. So yes, those looking for a job. Yeah, the possibilities there. Then we had the 9 of clubs. Clubs again is an action, take action. And the 9 is a realization or understanding of something. So maybe you're looking for a job that's just not there. Maybe you have to create your own job. But I say 9 is a cycle too, so a change of career. So a 5 is change, and a 4 is foundation and stability. So you might need that change. So those looking for a new job who are already in work, maybe you need a change. And 8 of spades. The 8 is about organization and movement. And a spade is obstacles. So when an 8 is a spade, it's less about organization and movement and more about stagnation. You're stuck somehow. But this is a spade. So dig yourself out. Dig yourself out. Find ways around or over those obstacles. Get help if you are grieving and have suffered a loss and you don't have support. Reach out. Planning will get you where you need to be. There, Canny. The hide forward out there, man. What's going on? And with that planning, remember diamonds, work, finance, money. 8. It's now a red card and it's a diamond, movement, organization. So yes, those of you saddies who are looking for a new job, who need a job and haven't got a job, take the action to get that job or to get that move to a new job. It might even be promotion, who knows. Don't stay stagnant. Thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry I had to be in the bedroom to do it, but hopefully I'll be able to get into more of a routine of doing things. I'm not going to use my pendulums because we're getting up to half an hour now. I might do a separate one later and do a live reading with a pendulum. and actually go live. Bye for now. Blessed be. Namaste. Amen.